The Beer and Pretzel Podcast and Trash Talk Podcast are part of the But Why Though and Podfix networks.
Check them out to hear more content from other great podcasters.
Welcome to the Beer and Pretzel Podcast. My name is Austen.
My name is Leah.
And we are two members of the Beer and Pretzel Podcast, or at least I am the main host and often forever GM of this show. In a show that we play a bunch of one-shot role-playing games, we review the creators of the games, and we often do reviews of the games that we play. Today we're playing Star-Crossed for a special Valentine's Day episode. So in this game, which is made by Alex Roberts, the game is a game that you use a Jenga tower, which is really fun. I always enjoy games that use the Jenga tower. It's a game about two people who really want to, but really can't. Basically, you pick two characters. They're starting to fall in love, but there's some reason why they can't actually get together. And this is our a little bit late Valentine's Day episode. And we're doing this as a special episode because as of like a month ago or something, Leah, this is your first time, by the way,
yes.
appearing on this show. You haven't played a ton of role-playing games in the past, right? No.
Actually, no, many, just a couple.
Yeah. So before you met me, have you even
No.
heard of role-playing games?
No,
What about Dungeons and Dragons?
No, never.
Not even Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So I've got you to play a couple games. Another Jenga Tower RPG, Dread. We played Morkborg once, and we might have played Dungeons and Dragons once.
The Rick and Morty version.
The Rick and Morty version of Dungeons and Dragons. But generally, you aren't a big role-playing game person,
No.
and you've never been on our podcast before.
No,
but
never.
for this special episode, you're joining us because in a game about love, I figured I would bring first time revealed my fiance onto the podcast to play Star-Crossed. Hello. Thanks for coming on. So Star-Crossed is a game made by Bully Pulpit Games and written, like I said, by Alex Roberts, and I'm excited to try it. And this is a game that I think is very accessible to a lot of people because it's a game that it's a 30-page document, but you can really learn the game and get ready to play within 15 minutes or so, probably even with character creation. And speak on that, before we jump in, let's talk about our characters. So we have two different characters, the lead and the follow. The lead is going to be me, and I'm the one who starts the scenes, and Leah is playing the follow, the character that ends the scenes. So let's talk about who are our characters and why they can't get together even though they really want to. So, I'm playing Normal Dixon, the 399th. I am a fly, a just common house fly, and what is my most attractive feature? I wear an exquisite, slimy top hat. So I'm a big fat fly, and I wear a little top hat on top of my head, and yeah, that's the character I'm going to be playing today. Why can't I act on my feelings? Well, I guess before that, let's go into where two things about me that I don't realize are attractive. And with this section, it's kind of interesting that the other player comes up with the two things that your character doesn't know are attractive, but really are. So, Leah, what is Normal Dixon, the 399th? What are two things about him that are attractive?
Besides your eyes, of course, because I love them. I like how sharp you look your whiskers and sounds of your chubby fly.
Yeah, so when I fly, because I'm so chubby, instead of like a normal, I almost said bumblebee, but he's a fly that goes zzz. I'm so lazy and chubby that I kind of like fly in short distances, so I'm more like zzz, and he falls a little bit. Zzz, zzz. And I guess for you that's attractive, which my character does not know. Why can't I act on my feelings? So I can't act on my feelings because I know that Mr. Needle, which is you, a Venus flytrap, will eat me. That's why I can't act on my feelings, because I know deep inside that no matter what happens, good or bad, and then you'll probably eat me. That's in your nature.
Yeah.
And why is that important to me? Besides me actually wanting to live, I am waiting on the birth of Norman Dixon the 400th. So a big anniversary for the Dixon family. The 400th member of the Normans is about to give birth, or at least my wife or whatever, my mate, doesn't matter. She's about to give birth to the 400th. That's why I wear a top hat, because I'm very excited for the big day when our family, the Dixons, will have survived to the 400th Norman, because flies don't live very long, so us making it this far is pretty impressive.
Well, my character is called, my name actually is Mr. Wounded Needle. As you said, I'm a Venus flytrap,
Yeah.
which is so sexy. And what is my most attractive feature?
So are you a Venus flytrap that has been taken from nature, put in like a potted plant, or are you like grown in nature?
Growing in nature.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
My most attractive feature is my smell. Actually, I smell like a skunk.
Okay, smell like a skunk. But for me, it's a fly that's really hot.
Yeah.
It's a really sexy smell. And let me read what I wrote for you, which was your most two attractive things about you that you don't realize are attractive.
Oh my gosh, excited to
Which,
know that.
yeah, so you have very strong green stalks. A very strong base to you, and also your bite reflex. I've seen you nibble on a couple things in the past, and seeing how quickly your jaws snap shut, I was like, damn, that's deadly, but also kind of sexy.
Okay, I guess, yeah. So why can't I act on my feelings? It's hard to not seeing you as a food.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I'm a fly, a fat, chubby fly.
Yeah, you look so juicy. Yeah, but I just want to eat. Why is that important to me? Because you look so good and yummy.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. And during this episode, we've already had a couple shots of Fireball, and we'll be drinking
Yes.
Vermont hard cider. So we're having a couple of drinks with this. So if ever we sound a little slurred or a little bit silly, it's because we're having a nice romantic drink, the most romantic drink of Fireball and
Cheers.
cider. While we play this. Cheers. Okay, so let's get into this. So the game always has you start with taking 3 pulls each out of the Jenga tower. If at any point the tower falls, we act on our feelings. Depending on how long we've been doing this, we might have some kind of good foundation to build this relationship on, or if the tower falls too early, nothing happens with this relationship or soon to be relationship, or maybe nothing happens at all. On our character sheets, we have a bunch of different little stars to shade in. For my character, I get these stars shaded in if I intentionally touch the follow or intentionally reveal something personal. And if I do that, I get to pull from the dice tower. If I succeed, I have to shade a star in. At the end of the game, be it from the tower fallen or if we make it through all 8 scenes, then we tally up our score and see where we're at. And depending on how many stars we filled in combined, we go to the epilogue section and check our connection table and see how strong our connection to each other is. So, Leah, you ready to jump into Starcrossed?
Of course.
All right, let's start playing this. So, Leah, pull the first card of our scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so pull from that deck over there and tell us what the first scene is about.
An introduction.
An introduction. Okay, so with this, we can make this an introduction between ourselves, of course, or it can be an introduction between other characters. So as the lead, I'm going to start the scene, and we are we in North Carolina where most of Venus flytraps are, or are we in a jungle or forest somewhere else?
Yeah, it could be in between the north and south.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in the middle right there.
Yeah.
Not too hot, not too cold, kind of the best of both worlds. We're probably in some kind of swamp, and you're just kind of out there. Are you alone, or is there other Venus flytraps surrounding you?
Yeah, I live. My family is really close.
Oh,
to
your
me.
family. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice they're so close. And of course, my fly family are everywhere, but constantly they're dying off just to natural causes, but also from the flytrap family. So, I guess when I start the scene, an introduction. So, my introduction to you was I was flying by and I saw you standing out from the other Venus flytraps. And you were digesting something. Was it a fly or some other creature, insect, or I don't know. What else do they eat? Plants? I don't know.
Yeah, it was a big worm. I like worms.
Worms. Okay. So you were digesting a worm. Probably takes a couple days for you to fully digest it.
Yeah,
And
actually 1 week around.
a week? Okay.
Yes.
So a whole week. So
I like enjoying my food, you know.
a week for me is probably like a year. So I'm kind of picturing this as kind of like the kind of cliche sort of like stalker love story in some romantic comedies where the guy just checks out the woman working the bookstore, the coffee shop through the window because he can't act on his feelings towards her. But in this case, instead, it's just over a course of a week, I keep flying by and seeing you slowly digest this worm over a course of a week or so. And at first, of course, kind of revolting, but once it got a little bit closer to you and I got that skunk smell, it was kind of attractive. And towards the end, once the worm has been almost fully digested into your stomach, whatever stomachs a Venus flytrap has, I fly closer to you and I land on a normal leaf and I introduce myself. So in this game, when you want to talk, engage in some dialogue, you have to have one hand at least on the Jenga tower. Oh, we already pulled out 3 blocks each, and
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, but I think our tower is fairly strong. It doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I think it looks so strong, but just for one side. So I don't know.
That's true. My side is just like a wall. Nothing's been taken out on this side right here. But on this side, it's definitely a little bit bony. Anyway, so when you talk to someone, you have to put at least one finger on the dice tower, no resting your elbow on the table to stabilize it.
Okay.
And this is to keep dialogue short and sweet and fleeting. So I fly over, I land on dandelion or whatever kind of flowers down in the south. I don't know. And I go, here, why are you digesting that worm? Why are you eating that poor worm? What has that thing ever did to you? That thing looks disgusting.
Because I like juicy things, especially worms.
Okay, I guess that's fair, but most I gotta put my hand on the Jenga tower. But most plants, they just, they engulf in the sunlight. Why are you having to... I've never seen a plant eat or take substance from not the sun, but from meat. And if I can say so, I've seen in the past you and some of your other kind digest people that look a lot like me. And I don't know you very well, but... just because that, I already have a poor relation with you, just because you've eaten so many of my kind before.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need more years of life, more experience, because we mostly like some worms, some kind of crispy worms, especially the part.
You like crispy worms?
Yes.
What about flies? Like myself and the rest of my family.
I like how you're always around for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I have been around recently because I've been horrified by the sight every time I fly by my favorite spot, which is around here. There's a little bog over there that I like to go by. And what the hell do flies eat? I don't know what they eat. Anyway, whenever I go over and bask in the North Carolina sun, I see you just chewing on this worm. At least when I eat things, I eat over a course of a couple minutes. But you've been eating this poor guy over a course of like a week, which for me is like half my lifespan. Like, you can't do it like any quicker and less gross. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to find a new path to go by, because seeing you is in eating people that, like that worm there, I think that could be Freddy, who is a neighbor of mine. Like, we never really talked at all, but still, he lived fairly close to where we live, so he's technically a neighbor, and not really a friend technically, but association. He's a friend by association. So you eating him in this manner, and the poor man looks like he's still alive in there. It's horrifying, and I don't like it, and I don't like you. At this point, Norman Dixon is going to slowly flutter away, and he is going to take a pull from the tower, because I intentionally revealed something personal. Because I could say that me revealing that this worm is a neighbor of my family is revealing something personal, or at least maybe me saying how it disgusts me how long you eat and digest things, but maybe secretly I'm attracted to that, who knows. But I'm gonna take one pull of the tower, and as long as I do so, I will add 1 star to our connection table. At the end of the game, we're gonna tally it up and see how strong our romance has grown over the course of this game. So we're still in the introduction phase, the first scene. In this game, there are 8 scenes to play from, and you go 1 through 8. Oh, you want more drink?
Oh, yes.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you.
And the first one is always the introduction, and you could go 1 through 8, or after the first one, you could shuffle up the cards to get, you know, a random assortment of scenes. But I always start the scenes, and Leah will always end the scenes when she feel like the scene has, you know, it's met its conclusion. Did I pull already? I could have sworn I just pulled from this.
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No, you didn't.
I don't know. I'm going to fly back, and I go, whiz, and I land fairly close to you, at a point that I don't think that you could reach me. I don't fully know if you can like move on your own or not, but I'm not landing in your jaws. I go, well, like I said, I don't like how you digested my friend, or friend by association, my neighbor, Freddy, I believe his name was. But whatever. My name is Norman Dixon, the 399th. What is your name?
My name is Wounded Needle.
Wounded Needle?
Yes.
And why is your name? I see plain needles on you, very sharp. I've seen them. Well, right now there's one going into Freddy right now. Why are you called Wounded Needle, though?
Yeah, actually, I was Needle, just Mr. Needle first. But the thing is, I got hurt because I wanted to. It was a wrong meal because it was too big for me, and I just wanted to take it just for myself.
You broke some of your needles?
Yes. I just wanted to take them all, but it didn't happen, so I just got hurt because of that.
Leah, I didn't mean for this to happen, but I think you just unintentionally revealed something personal. So, well, don't shade that in just yet, because you only get to shade that in once you pull from the tower. Okay, so very good. So just for me engaging in conversation with you, I learned that you broke one of your needles, one or multiple?
2 for each side.
2 for each side. How many needles does a Venus flytrap have?
I don't know.
Okay,
maybe?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's fair.
just
You're not an expert on Venus flytraps. You mark down 1, and that is something you can do once per scene. This is something else you can do once per scene, and these 2 things you can also do once per game. So our characters, as the lead, I do things intentional. Once per scene, I can intentionally reveal something about myself. Once per scene, I can intentionally touch the follow, and Leah is the opposite, that she does everything unintentional. Except once per game, I can unintentionally touch to follow. Once per game, not once per scene, I can unintentionally reveal something personal. And Leah is, of course, the opposite of me. So I guess I will go over. At this point, my character is at the elder stages of a fly. I don't know how long flies live. I assume a couple months. Let's say I am 3 weeks old. I met my wife or mate around the second week of life, and
You know what I here's something funny.
What?
I heard like flies live only one day.
That is called the day flies.
Okay.
They only live a day. The
Is
day
that-
flies.
is that you?
No, I'm not a day fly. I am a normal house fly. Even though we have Google here, we could just. So apparently,
Oh my gosh.
a house fly normally lives 28 days.
Yeah, it's almost like a month.
So if I'm on my third week, that means I have roughly like a
I
week
just
to live. So-
hopefully we are on Sunday. I like Sundays.
Guess in 1 week I will die of natural causes. So I'm wearing this top hat not just because it looks good on me, a little tiny top hat on top of a fat chubby fly, but because I'm wearing it because I'm preparing for the main event. My mate is going to be giving birth within a day or two to Norman Dixon the 400. That's such a big deal, and I'm very excited for it. Except I was never really. I think maybe my character tells you this. I'm going to say this is the one time my character unintentionally reveals something about myself. Or maybe I should do that later. I don't know.
Just do it.
Okay, once per game, I can unintentionally reveal something about myself. My character starts rambling on, just talking, and I didn't mean to say it because it's kind of a personal thing, and I shouldn't be telling people this, that my mate or wife, whatever a fly would call it, she and I aren't even really meant for each other.
Whoa. What do you mean?
Which is part of the reason why when my character has been flying by to go to the local bog, I've been checking you out. As gross as seeing you digest this worm, I've been looking at how strong your stalks are. I've been reeking in the aroma of your skunk smell. I'm attracted to you because I'm not attracted to her. I just got with her because on my second week of life, I was like, oh shit, I don't have a wife. The Dixon family cannot end right here at 399th. It has to go to at least the 400th. That's the big milestone.
Did you hear that quote?
Which quote?
Lovers that can kill you are lovers that can live forever.
Okay.
I mean, that's your love. You know, your love is gonna be live forever.
If it's dangerous too? Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah, is what I heard.
See, in this fly I'm with,
Actually,
there's
it
no
sounds like
danger.
Toxic, something toxic.
It's a little toxic, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of toxic, my woman I'm with, I only got with her just because I needed to continue the lineage. But there's nothing exciting to our lives together.
No.
She probably just sits at home, and I probably just sit at home with her, and nothing exciting happens in our lives. The only thing exciting that's going to happen is the birth of, hopefully, Norman Dixon, the 400th. But with you,
That's
just
the
like you
pur-
said,
that's
there's
the
need to
purpose
be
of
a
your
little bit
life.
of danger
Yes.
to your love life. Which it is a little, I guess that quote is a little bit toxic. But your character is literally toxic in many ways.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's mostly I have eaten most of your family.
you probably did. You probably ate my father or grandfather. Oh, the tower shifted a little bit. Anyway, so I'm taking one more poll because I unintentionally revealed something personal about that. I don't really love my mate. I just got with her because, you know, I wanted to continue the lineage, and I just said this to you because I've been babbling and I'm not controlling my speech. Maybe because I'm a little bit scared of you, because you know when you're scared of things, sometimes you just keep talking.
Yeah, and you have no control. And I mean, you
'Cause you're
have,
nervous.
but you're acting like you're supposed to do some things, but it's not what you really want.
Exactly, yeah. So that is why I'm saying I unintentionally revealed something personal. Leah, is there anything you would like to say to me or do before we end this scene?
I guess I just want to this week last forever.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Why
I mean,
this
I'm not
particular
cautious.
week?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. I was saying, why this particular week? Why?
Because it's your last week. You're gonna die in 7 days, man.
At this point, are you attracted to me at all? Or like in the week of me flying by and checking you out as you eat this worm, have you been checking me out too?
Yeah, of course.
So we never spoke until this point. What did you find attractive about me?
I told you, the way you fly and
What, my exquisite top hat?
oh no, yeah, I told you your whiskers and the way you fly.
The way I fly, huh?
Yes, and it's just attractive to me. And of course, I'm not aware how long it's gonna last your life, but what I know is I just want to enjoy how your presence is around me.
Oh, that's
you're
nice.
flying around, and
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it like once per day, whenever, or maybe twice per day, doesn't matter. Whenever I fly by, maybe it's the only action you see of a kind of, maybe, I don't know, maybe boring life. I don't know how your life is, but I consistently fly by, so that's something for you to look forward to every day. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, before we end this scene, before
let's go to the next one.
the next scene? Okay, I want to do one thing before you do that. I want to use my once per scene, I can intentionally touch to follow. I want to intentionally touch you because this is the first time that we met. We're introducing ourselves, learning a little bit about each other, just engage in conversation. I want to shake hands. However, we do so. I put one of my little tiny antennas, little arms. I don't know what flies have. What can I shake from you?
One of my hair.
One of your hairs? So, we learned that the little hairs are inside your mouth. If you touch one of them, nothing happens. If you touch two of them, it registers as it's something that's not just a water drop, it's something that's alive. Now I'm going to close on you. So technically...
Yeah, the first one is some calcium around. It activates something. And then the second one, after 30 seconds, is going to activate more calcium.
Yeah. Even your mouth will
chemical
close.
Reaction.
A chemical reaction, yeah. So I will fly up and think about this. I fly literally into your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
And I shake one of your hairs or needles, wherever you want to call them. I guess they're called hairs. The things on the inside of your mouth. If I shook the second one, then you would probably shut on me. But I shake just one, then I quickly, as quickly as I can, I fly out. But I do shake the inside of your hairs as my introduction to you.
I wonder if I could tell you about that so you can just touch me enough to not get killed.
And what's interesting about that, you tell me about that. The thing is, you could be lying.
I'll not just say the truth. Like
Your character does, but I don't know
close to
that.
me enough to not being dead.
That's true, but you
get
could have
hurt.
been lying to me and say that, and I could just grab one of your hairs if you close on me if I'm a new meal.
Okay, of course you know. You don't know.
I don't. But I fly in because I trust you. And
How do you know or how do you trust a perfect stranger?
well, you're not a perfect stranger. I've been flying by you for a week, which is a quarter of my life. So I know you fairly well.
Okay.
And I think I'm so bored of my life because it's been so safe. Because I've just been trying my whole life to not die so I can continue to my next son, which will be the 400th member of the family.
So funny. You look like you're talking about with so much passion about your life, even if it's just 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'm going to trust you. So I'm going to intentionally touch you. And I think that is going to be the last thing I can do for the scene. And I can't end the scene. Only you can. But I think this would be a perfect time to end the scene. So I'm going to take one more pull. And there we go. I've shaded 3 things in. You're going to have to start catching up to me, Leah. You're going to have to start contributing more and shading in more stars, taking more pulls. Okay, so would you like to end the scene, Leah?
Yeah.
It's a good time too. Okay, let's pull the next card and let's come up with a new scene.
Okay, scene 2, a little embarrassment.
Scene 2, a little embarrassment. I'm the lead, so I'm going to start the scene. Okay, so one day later, I fly back. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with something that is a little embarrassment for one of us, both of us, or we're witnessing someone having some kind of embarrassment. Yeah, we should probably refill our drinks in a second. Anyway, I will start if and you can follow. So, I'm flying by. I'm going out for my morning stroll around, and I see you. The worm at this point is gone, fully digested. It's just gone at this point.
Okay.
What could be something that's embarrassing to me or you, or to both of us? That's kind of an interesting scene, a little embarrassment. What would be embarrassing to a Venus flytrap? How about if I went by when you fully digested the worm and you let out some kind of burp?
Okay. Okay. I don't feel bad for that, but yeah, I guess. What about a fart?
A fart?
Yes.
But you don't have any kind of butt.
It's true.
It could be from like, how about if, like underneath like where your roots are in the ground, it's just like gas comes out.
Yes.
It's like just like from the ground itself, just like green gas comes out.
Yeah. Wait, do you have a nose to smell it?
Yeah, I do. Because remember, I can smell the smell that you smell like a skunk. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I wonder which one is worse.
yeah, I don't know. Well, this one is like a fart smell. It smells like worms. So that's probably not a great smell.
No, I don't think so. But wait. Worms eat vegetables, so I don't think it's that bad.
No, I guess not. But just like wormy vegetables isn't also great. But I'm flying by, and I think I've been like hiding in the grass, like looking at you. What are some things I find attractive about you? Your bite reflex. Okay, so maybe I saw you try to bite at something, maybe miss, and then you go, and then you fart.
Wait. We could be something embarrassment as if I just fart without eating anything, you know?
Yeah, without even eating anything. Yeah, you bite, and you put all your energy into that bite. You kind of like let loose in other areas.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're at the gym, or maybe this is something just personal, and you're doing like sit-ups, and you're just focusing so strong, and you just fart, and it's awkward because the whole room is silent.
and people is around, and there's just silence.
Yeah, it's horrible. And you're just like, I hope they have like headphones in or something. I was so strained on my abs that different areas weren't holding in as tight as they should be. Anyway, yeah, green gas comes from beneath you, and there's almost like a cloud of green gas that just kind of engulfs you. When you look out, however, a Venus flytrap looks out and sees me, maybe I'm sitting on a leaf or I'm flying by. What is your reaction to this embarrassing moment because you thought that nobody was around to see this?
I just want to look around. If no one was there, it's fine.
Okay, you look around and you see me.
Puta madre.
Puta madre. Which is Spanish for... What's the actual definition?
Like, it's just something like...
Oh, shit.
Or shit. Or,
Yeah.
It's just expression. I could say, like, oh my god.
Do you want me to give you more cider? So you were just embarrassed because you look around and you see me, and you just let out a little bit of a fart.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say or what do you do?
I'm just would like to look to the other side and try to think like it didn't happen. And that includes like I didn't see you.
Ooh, okay. So I fly a little bit closer. I decide I could just keep flying by and save you the embarrassment and pretend I didn't see or I didn't smell what happened, and maybe I'll make you feel better about yourself. But for some reason, I decide to say, no, I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Wounded Needle again. So I'm gonna fly back, and I see you engulfed in this little green cloud that's slowly disappearing. And I'm gonna put one hand in the Jenga tower. Mr. Needle? Mr. Wounded Needle, are you there? I can't see you. There's some kind of swamp musk that's covering up the area. I try to pass it off like I didn't know it was your fart, but it was just the natural, I don't know, what do you call it? The natural habitat of the swamp just coming up and hiding you from me. Mr. Wounded Needle, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you... Let me put my hand on this again. Oh, there you are. I see you now. I come closer. It smells good. It smells very earthy. Huh, I didn't know the area around you smells almost as good as you do. Oh yeah, no, you're right. I need to keep putting my hand on the Jenga tower. The area around you smells so good. Almost as good as you. Is that some kind of perfume? Did you purposely pick out this area because of its natural odors?
Actually, that was
Hand on the Jenga tower.
Actually, that was my fart.
Your fart?
Yeah, so was but it's the smell of the nature. So I'm proud of it.
That's fair. Could this be something that you unintentionally revealed something about yourself?
Yeah.
Would that be unintentional? It's kind of hard to tell what is an unintentional reveal. Because wouldn't any kind of reveal be intentional? Or not really, I guess. But would that be unintentional?
Yeah, unintentional.
Alright, so take a poll. So your unintentional reveal is that you admit that it wasn't the swamp. It was you.
Okay.
Okay. That's fair. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. So I go, oh no, that's no worries. It smells good. Is that some kind of natural fragrance to get rid of the smell of the swamp? Because I don't know, it feels like you gave yourself some kind of natural defense against the other horrible smells in this area. I feel like you did that on purpose. I keep not touching the tower, but I need to keep doing that. So I feel like, us flies, we do a lot of things to kind of cover up our insecurities as well. Like, you see our eyes? My face is just covered in eyes. And really, we don't really see very well at all.
You don't?
We just don't, which is why half the time our lifespan is cut in half to only 2 weeks instead of 4, because we fly into areas we shouldn't be, including you and your family's mouths. But yet, the whole front of my face is just but 2 giant eyeballs. There's nothing wrong with some insecurity about yourself. And doing that, I intentionally revealed that I don't have the best sight. I don't know if that's true or not about flies. Yeah. It's just some bullshit I made up. But I say, to make you feel better about you masking your aura with your farts, I tell you what I say is the truth. I don't know if it's the truth about real flies in real life, that we don't actually have very good sight, even though we have very large eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh, let me sheet that in.
Is that true?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You're a plant talking to a fly.
There should be a reason why you guys have some big eyes. Do you think?
Yeah, but like,
I don't know, maybe you guys see the things in 4D or
4D.
5 or 6D.
6D.
Yeah.
You think it would live longer then?
Yeah,
What a
you
waste
enjoy
of
the
a
things
creature if it can
better.
see in 4D but only lives 4
Yeah.
weeks. What a waste.
Like a waste.
What a waste of a gift.
Yeah, but at least you have many of you.
Tell me, I just been going by and I need to catch my breath. Can you tell me something about you that I don't already know?
Well, my life is pretty boring actually. It's just around. We all of our family are we do the same thing. Just eating some insects around, and then we just see how life around the forest is dying, and
The forest is dying?
yes, some of them die, and
We should put our hands on the Jenga tower. We're talking a
I'm
lot.
sorry.
And that's okay. I'm screwed up too. Anyway, the forest is dying?
No, yes. Some
That's
of
horrible.
Them,
Why?
Some of them are dying like you.
Like me, I'm not dying.
Yeah.
I have a whole week to live.
Okay. Of course, yes, you do. Yeah, which is really long time. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and there are newborn living beings. Yeah, just appearing once in a while, and then yeah, it's what we do for fun.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. At this point, my character is going to tip his top hat to you, and he is going to wish you good day. And I am going to start to flutter off. And as I fly off, I am going to ram myself completely on another Venus flytrap. Like I said, don't have the best sight, or maybe it's just because we have very small little brains. But as soon as I wish you good day, I tip my top hat towards you. I turn around and I fly right into one of your family members. I land inside one of its mouths, or I guess it only has one mouth, and I freak out as I land completely inside it.
No.
I look over at you and I stay completely still. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, staying still, or if I need to start moving frantically.
No,
I just gotta start moving my
Stay
wings
there.
around.
Stay there. Just don't move. Don't freak out. Just stay there. Just don't move. Look at me. Look at my eyes. Don't move. Do you trust me?
I do.
Okay.
What should I do? What do I do?
Just don't move.
I stay
No,
there.
I know.
I don't move at all.
Yes.
And then after like waiting for 5 minutes, which for me is like 5 hours, I go, okay, what do I do now?
Just don't step in the other hair.
I won't touch the other hair.
And then just fly away.
And I quickly jump up, I flutter my wings, and I fly away. While I was waiting in this 5-minute time frame of
5 hours for you.
Yeah, 5 hours for me, and I try to calm myself down. Maybe this is a point, Leah, that you could either unintentionally touch me or unintentionally reveal something to myself. Or did you? No, you just did that. This scene looks like. Never mind. What would you like to do during this scene while I'm in the Venus flytrap? I feel like your character should try to talk to me, engage me in conversation to calm me down. What would you like to do?
I like to be really close to you. So, what I would like to do, I would like you to do is, since you could fly, at least being close enough to me, just enough to know you, not eating you, but at the same time, being around you.
Okay. So, as soon as I get the courage to fly out of its mouth, I zip out as its jaws clasp behind me. And I actually just fly, because you came over to kind of witness what's going on. I fly right into you. What happens after I bump into you? Maybe I go into your mouth also, or maybe I just go against your body and just fall off and bounce off you. But
Yeah, probably because you're a chubby fly.
yeah, I'm just going zit, 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 and I fly as quickly as my big body can handle. I've been sweating and stressing this whole time, thinking I won't even see my son's birth, and I fly straight into you, giving you a chance. As I hit the top of your head, I fall.
You know what I picture? Your whole family telling you, look, no, don't go there. And then you're like, no, I do want to.
I'm gonna go out for my stroll. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go anywhere near the other fly
I know what
traps.
I'm doing, you know?
Yeah. So I fly straight from this Venus flytrap into your mouth,
Yes.
and I stress out for a second. I go from one jaw of the lion's den to another. Unintentionally, you touch me as I bounce off your body and fly off.
Yeah,
I think
because
there's a point.
Stepped on it.
Yeah.
One of my hairs.
And I stepped on one of your hairs. Not too, but enough to stress me out. But you don't clasp your jaws around me.
Yeah.
Leah, I think this is a perfect time for you to unintentionally touch the lead as I bounce off your body and you touch me. Do you get any, I don't know, how do you feel about, besides when I shook hands with you and I touched your hairs, this is a time that I actually like touched your body for a decent while as I flew straight from one.
That's so good.
I touched you and maybe like I was so stressed out, I landed on your body, your stalks, and I didn't move for a second until I got the strength to actually leave. So like you kind of like holding me and like you leave, or whatever.
Yeah. It's like the whole time I try to figure out how my body works. So I'm just I could tell you like not to do any other move.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to kill you. But I would like to have you around.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it was so good just having the first touch, you know?
The first touch.
Yeah.
And there's no ill intent. You don't plan on eating me.
No.
Or at least I hope not.
No, I don't want to, but I can't control my body.
Of course. I understand that. As is the unintentional touching, take a pull from the tower. And right now, yeah, I know you screwed like one of our sections over. But overall, this tower isn't horrible. You aren't making it easy because there's some sections which have like not been touched at all, and other sections have been like depleted. But overall, it's a fairly strong tower.
From my side, it doesn't feel like strong.
Yeah. No, that's fair. On your side, it's not. You should probably start pulling from my side. Or maybe I need to start pulling more from my side. Anyway, is there anything else we should do, or should we move on to the next scene?
Oh, yeah, next scene.
Next scene, okay. On to scene 3 as I fly off. I thank you for
Scene number 3. Finding common ground.
Finding common ground. Scene 3.